We're gonna be playing some Hoyfall Millennium Dawn. This time we're gonna be playing as Ireland, one of my favorite countries. You just got to love Ireland. The accent, the way they are. Plus, I'm pretty sure I got some Irish ancestors. So I just wanted to give Ireland a go around because they basically have no military. I mean, they got 3 small brigades, but they don't really have a military, if that makes sense. Nothing compared to the UK or France or Germany or even the US or nothing. So basically you start with the bare minimum, bare bones for the military. We don't even have no boats. I don't even think we have any planes. Do we even have a military industry? No, we don't even have one single factory for the military industrial complex. So, let's see if we can make Ireland great again. Actually, no, I'm not Republican. Let's just make Ireland a superpower, or make them definitely stronger than what they are right now. Anyway, let's get it started. Anyway, I done tried to do this a few times. I don't know why. I always end up going into debt. Plus the way there was an update for Hoyfall Millennium Dawn, and the update changed a few things around, so you can't really purchase weapons through using your money. You have to trade a factory to purchase like 1 or 2 planes or something like that, which I think the system is dumb. Which, what I mean by it's dumb doing it that way is you can't really use your money to buy stuff no more. And when you take away your factories for weapons, it basically forces your economy to shrink or grow at a slower rate, rather than just using your money to buy weapons or getting a loan in the game to buy weapons. Which kind of makes me mad, because I like being able to buy like 10-20 planes, because it would take me like a year or 2 in this game just to produce planes, because we don't have any military factories at all. But and then I also tried to play a few times, but the update causes us to have to increase healthcare spending or something like that, which caused welfare. It was welfare. The welfare spending was forced to go up, which basically it beat our economy's ass. Anyway, let's get started. Sorry I was rambling for a little bit. Let's go. What I like to do is I like to do the research bonus and the factory output and the productivity growth. Even though we ain't got no military industry, it'll be helpful when we do. And the research helps us unlock stuff that gives us bonus for constructions and military equipment and so on. Let's also get this one. No, let's get this one. This one's more better. And what about this? Is it worth it? Mobilization. Too far ahead. We can get this so we can unlock the other stuff, because basically this acts as a roadblock to prevent us from getting this if we lay it off too much. And then let's also get no, let's go over here, construction. And then also, what else? We could do the factory output or production efficiency. But what I want to do we want to try to get a boat on Leon? What do I have to do to unlock this? What do we need? What about this? No. What about the basic boats? What do I need to be able to research this? I have to have naval systems engineering, so that means we have to go down here and get, no, that's fire control. What was naval system oh, here it is. Okay, what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna spend 1 research slot, probably for like a year or 2, to start being able to be able to research vessels, because we basically are going to need what was I going to say? We're going to need, what's more important, the submarine stealth or the output? I do want to get submarines, but we're going to focus on output rather than quality for a little bit. But after we get the output up, we'll start using the other designer template, or not designer, more like a production manager or whatever that was. Anyway, we got that done. Now let's go over here. Can we increase our, we can just a little bit. Okay, we got that. Now what do we want to do? We want to build a few actually, before we build anything, let's go to our, what do we, actually, we need to look over here. We need to see how bad our corruption is. For medium corruption, we should be able to take care of that within a year or two, and that should boost our economy once we get done taking care of that. Also, I plan on paying our debt off. And what else? What do we got here? War support, political power, cost to change economic cycles, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay. Right now we should probably focus on political. No, what about factories? Can we get any factories? Light industrial investment? Nah, let's focus on our money and then we focus on the industry. Political power, and then we can use the political power to take away some of the debuffs from, was it corruption? And then we're gonna try to get this all the way down. That's what I'm focusing on, the corruption. Also, let's, what's our military people? Here they are. Let's send them, actually, what we want to do is assign them to this dude. Have them exercise them to get the military XP or army XP. Have them exercise for a few months or a year or so. My goal for this series is basically to make Ireland more powerful. Also, fuck, almost forgot something. We need to start building. Let's try to build a factory. Civilian industry over here. How long would this take? Only like, how many years is that? That's like 15, 20 years, something like that. Yeah, that's gonna take a minute. Anyway, let's speed this up. Wow. All the pop-ups, we got that now. Now we just basically wait for our political power. We just wait for our political power to add up, so we can counter the corruption and decrease it. So this is gonna take a little bit. We're waiting on the political power and our money. We may go ahead and spend this money and pay off some of our debt. So how do we do that? Debt this week, blah blah. Hold control or shift to greater amounts. If you cannot pay the full amount, it'll pay the remainder. Default hold shift if you cannot pay. So shift. Let's try that. Shift. Right click. I think. Blah blah blah. Okay, right. What's this? Whoa. Okay, we got the political power. What's this do? Corruption? Is this like a, yeah, we don't want that. Actually, civilian industry construction speed plus 30%. Factory output research. Civilian industry construction speed. Let's check to see how much it will cost to change that. 240. This will be bad for us, but also good for us at the same time, because our civilian industry, we barely got anything, so maybe this is actually worth it. So what? Factory research, factory output. It won't really give us that much. So if we do go up in corruption, 2% less on research and output, but we ain't really producing nothing from our factories because we only got 2 factories. And for once, I'm going to take the corruption, because we can always change that. Like I said, in a year or two, we really need the factories more than we need anything right now. Or will this slow everything else? Because we need to get the research up to get the Navy going, but we can't get the Navy going if we ain't got the factories. And it's only 30%, which is good. I have to think about this. Think about it. You know what? I'm gonna say no, because once we get our debt going, we can have bonuses that give us for being a debt-free country. So I'm gonna say no to that. Basically, fuck corruption. We're gonna go down to modest corruption. Also, we're gonna probably keep on going down the political power route, political reform. Let's get the political reform so we can keep on going down the anti-corruption route. Okay, let's hit play. Whoa, my mouse is going crazy. And let's also, what's it at? Right click, right? Shift, right click. Whoa. Let's do shift, right click. And there we played some of our debt. And hopefully, I think from what I remember, it's been like 3-4 months since I played this game. Once we get our debt down, we'll have, a good flow of money, and also our national unity or stability goes up. So there is buffs from the national stability, which gives us construction bonuses, I think. Also, let's check out what this dude has. I don't care about max planning. Ooh, what's you? Yes, we'll accept. Let's pay some more of our debt. We need to get that going as soon as we can. Whoa. The cabinet reform is done. Okay, now what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to corruption, and you guys guessed it, we're gonna lower the corruption again. The thing about this is I always do this first, mainly due to the fact that once you handle it, it's done. Like, corruption is more of a choice in this game rather than that's the reason I like it, is once you get it down, it stays down. Unlike the economy system in this game, it goes back between, for example here, what's it like, fast growth? It goes back from the way the economy is, it swaps every like few years. Like, you can be on this, and then you get a random pop-up, and then you can go all the way down here, or like to here, or you could go up here. It's random for the most part, the economy in this game, which is kind of realistic, but kind of not realistic. And also, the corruption in this game is more of a choice, which I kind of do like. But I prefer not to be corrupt. It really bugs down your military and everything. Just look at the Russians in Ukraine. Corruption destroyed their military industry and almost everything. Anyway, let's get more political power. Strengthen the government. Okay, everything should be good. Basically, we got a very big and long waiting game. I'm happy to be back. I took some time to just relax. Plus, I had to buy a new TV because I use a TV as a monitor. That's what I always did. Whoa. And I got a really big TV and I sold the old one, and then I realized it would be very hard to make YouTube videos on a 65-inch TV. So I was like, I'm gonna quit for a little bit, and then I finally bought me another TV, a 55-inch, and I'm back. Anyway, but I should be making more videos more often. So I'm back, and man, I missed y'all. Anyway, let's finish making our navy. Okay, can we get boats now? Yeah, we can get the boats. Range. The most important factor for us in this is range. Max range. Okay, we want something that actually has decent amount of range, which is not that. Frigate. Range. Where did the range go? They swapped it up. No. What? Destroyers. Ooh, maybe destroyers. That sounds pretty good to me. 4,000, 5,000. What about cruisers? 5,000. We just may go ahead and make a cruiser and say fuck it. Let's research the cruiser. Da 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 da. Da 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 dun dun da da dun. But my plan for the future of the series is to basically make Ireland not so weak. I doubt we'll be able to like fight the USA or Russia, but we should be able to make Ireland a bigger country. For example, I plan on invading maybe I don't know how to say that. Sahara, invading them, or invading Cape Verde. But I do plan on invading one of them, and then increasing Ireland's population and resources, because if we go over here, we can get like how many people? 85,000 people, and then we should be able to move on over here and get more resources and more people and increase our population, because Ireland is a very small country. For example, Ireland, we got 2 million over here, 1 million over here, and then basically 3 million people. But if you count this place over here that the UK basically stole from Ireland, we probably won't ever be able to get this back. But if we invade a few other countries and increase our size and population, it should increase our, economy and military industry. And then eventually, I think for the climax for the series, we should invade the UK. But for now, we're just gonna try to build our military and have basically an average military, because right now we only got these very small units and they ain't really doing nothing for us. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to political games. Political power game plus 10%. But back to what I was saying before, I think some of my families back. Damn. Basically, from what I understand, a lot of my family got like Irish, like in my bloodline. I don't know for sure, but that's what I've been told. So I just wanted to play as Ireland and see what it would be like. See what the world would be like if Ireland, had a bigger military presence or a bigger country. Plus, I love the Irish. You got to love them. They're awesome. Zoop. Zoop. And we're fighting our debt, which we are doing really good at. Let's use political power to change our debt. Not debt. Corruption. Which will help us in return have a bigger economy, which is in return will help us fight debt. And then once we become debt free, sorry, I had a hiccups, I got the hiccups. Once we become debt free, whoa, okay, let's see what we are doing. Nope. Change in popularity of restaurant, which I don't really care about restaurant. We could become like the dictator of Ireland. That'd be interesting. Let's do this. Political power games. Let's do the establishment or game-based stability and game-based war support. Which one first? Right now we don't really need political power. Stability and stuff would be better for now. Also, I hope they come up with an update to Ireland's focus tree. Like the Millennium Dawn people, not Paradox. I mean, Paradox could give Ireland an update on the focus tree, but I prefer Millennium Dawn. Honestly, I have never played the basic game. Hoi 4, I always played Millennium Dawn, so I don't really know how the base game goes. I prefer more of a Millennium Dawn setting, like modern day. It's easier to relate to. Let's do. Whoa. So we're on whoa, damn. Let's pause that. We finished research, which is good, and we got fast growth with economic, so our economy's doing better, and we got more construction speed, productivity, and stability. Awesome. And let's see, we should be getting a little bit more money, and we got more research slots. No, we don't have more research slots. We got those. Our research is advancing. Let's go over here. Everything's looking great for us, so there's that. Hopefully everything will go well for us in the future. Damn, my voice almost went out. And those are money. Actually, let's pay some more of our debt. I plan on getting that paid off within like the first year or two. We already got corruption handled. Let's continue going like this. It's really good for us. Wow. Also, let's look at our doctrines. Let's see which one they went down. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Tanks and armor. Okay, actually I like this. I like the way they went down. Combined arms is really good in this game, and I always choose this one. I never went down these two because this one's more of a Russian. I think this is like a Russian style. The Russians' ways of fighting. Like basically every unit has their own command structure. And this one is basically guerrilla warfare, like the Middle East, the Taliban. And this one's more of a NATO standard doctrine or more Western style of fighting. So let's go down this one. That gives us a more planning bonus, I think, which I don't really like, but the farther down we go, the more buffs we get, which is great. Anyway, let's just continue waiting, and let's just wait and wait. Wait a second. make sure fossil fuels prevail. Which, no, we don't need nothing that hurts our economy. We can do this one. Yeah, let's do that one. And we finished the focus tree, so let's go down this one. Political power game. And after we get done with the political power, I plan on focus on the political focus trees. We're gonna go down probably the not military. We're gonna probably go down the economic stuff, and then we'll go down the construction stuff. Also, let's pay some more of our debt. Ooh, yes. Accept the trade proposal. I think that's a glitch. There's no way we're losing money. Wait, we all losing money? Why? The mineral states vote on a directive copyrighting the digital single market. What is your vote? No? Why are we losing money? Defense? No. Let's lower some of the stuff. Let's lower the... We can lower this. That should help us save some money. I don't know why we don't have no stability or nothing. We got to figure this out before we start going into debt. Okay, let's figure this out. I don't have no idea why this happens. It keeps on happening to me over and over again when I try to play this. Economic boom, negligible corruption, international bankers. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to toughen it up. Our economic cycle is good. We don't got no corruption. Maybe it's the taxes we need to lower. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this here for now, and if I can figure out how to fix this, then I will fix it. But if I do fix it, okay, but apps opportunity, blah blah blah. No, bad idea. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it off here, guys. I'm gonna try to fix the problem we're having. Anyway, I love you guys and see you next time. Bye.